All right, guys, let's take a look at one of two new releases from Nodus. This is the Contrail 2. This one is the Laguna Sand, and you can tell by that dial. I'll do a close-up here in a moment. They have another one, another colorway called the Arctic. This one here was sent in by a patron of mine, Scott, so big thanks to Scott. And I think Will might be having the Arctic sent to me. We'll see if that happens, but I wanted to get this video done because I know Scott is jonesing to wear this watch and get it, so I want to get this video and get this watch over to him as soon as I can, rather than keeping him waiting. It's an issue I have currently with having so many watches on hand, but I try to get them out, get the videos out, and get them to you guys. But let's talk about the case size real quick, and then we'll do some close-ups. So, I mean, ballpark, you can count on this looking and feeling like a 40 mil. The case is actually 39. If you measure the bezel, it's 40.5. You can see it's just a touch outside of the case. So it adds a little bit of width up top. You can get this either with this sapphire, or you can spec out a stainless steel bezel insert. Lug width is a 47 millimeter drilled lugs, and you can see nice case profile. Lugs taper or turned down a little bit here. The brush to the polished finishing on this thing is just off the charts good. They did a nice, clean, sharp job on this. It's very well done, guys. You'll see that in the close-up. 12.9 thick. That's including the ever so proud, I don't know if you want to call it box. It's kind of box, but it's just barely above the bezel. And then it's flat. So it's slightly boxed and then flat sapphire crystal with AR coating on the underside. 20 millimeter lug width. This is one of the best H-links out there, guys. Tapers down to 18 millimeter. You have plenty of length on here. Excellent hardware. It's fully softened, meaning that it's all like kind of rounded edges, if that makes sense. It's very clean, and they're all individual pieces. So the drape on this thing is just great. Perfect mid and H-length size. So you're going to be able to get a good size on this. You have 3 micro adjusts on the clasp. There's no half links or anything like that, but those H links are short enough you're going to be able to get a good size. Very clean, simple operation of the clasp. No problems there. And it's all milled out. Pretty slim too in its profile. I really dig that. I don't like the added bulk of unnecessary things. There's a look at the case back. I'm not going to peel that sticker off. I'm going to let Scott have the pleasure of doing that, but you can see the jet there with the contrails going on there. 200 meter water resist. These are hand assembled, well designed and hand assembled as per the case back information there in Los Angeles. I forget how many they were making of these. I don't know if it says on the website. I'll put a link in the description to the website. But the owners of Nodus, Wes and Cullen, they deal with all this stuff. They're like fully hands-on, and it's awesome. So screw down crown, nice knurling on that, and it has like a little bit of a taper to the top there. That crown is like a 6 millimeter crown, but there's tons of traction on it. There's when you pop it out, there's like no wobble to it or anything. It's super stout. And then of course you're going to be able to hack and hand wind this. This is the Miyota 9015. The date down at the 6 o'clock. And in classic Nodus fashion, you have a color matched date wheel. Awesome. Check out the texture on that dial. I did not take this out into natural light, but I suspect it is phenomenal. I don't know. I don't even know what color to call that. I think Laguna Sand. I think they just kind of nailed it because it's not, it takes on a bunch of different colors. It's like a really light gold, but it's not a rose gold at all. It has no salmon or pinkish color to it at all. So it's definitely its own thing. And if you look at that handset, when you catch it on the light like that, it's actually a polished gunmetal handset, and even the indices are done like that. They're super high polished, but they're done in a gunmetal finish. Nice logo, Nodus, branding, Contrail, automatic, all printed on the dial. You have that chapter ring on the inside. And it has the 24-hour clock on the inside. So you can track a second time zone. That's the whole point of this bezel. Speaking of the bezel, again, nice traction on it, and it's a bi-directional. It sounds and feels a little bit different than we're traditionally used to, but they have used ceramic ball bearings. I would like to see what that looks like. I'm not going to take this one apart, but maybe I'll hit up Wes and Cullen and see if they can send me some pictures or something. But ceramic ball bearings in there. So I'm guessing that's like a 60 click. But so you can adjust this and track a second time zone, no problem, easily. But it's not going to get bumped. I mean, it's pretty stout. It's not going to like get messed up and bumped out of alignment for you there. I think you'll be okay with that. Really nice done bezel here, bezel insert. That's sapphire. They used BGW9 loom, but I think I showed in my unboxing that I felt like it was a little weak on the loom. I could be wrong. We'll try it again here. I am going to cheat. I'm going to blast a little bit. I typically do with the BGW9 loom. But, oh, I didn't mention on the case back gasket, they used the Viton gasket, which is like the top level, like quality gasket. It's very, very good gasket, less prone to tears and rips and everything like that. If you go on their website right now, this is listed at $675, but I do know that Scott paid $600 and then he had to pay tax on it. So he got this thing for around $650. Sorry if I spoiled anything there for you, Scott, but just want to let people know what these things cost new. So let me kill the lights. We'll take a look at the loom, and then I know I'm out of order here, but I'll do a wrist shot here in a moment. So you can see I got a lot of... So to the naked eyes, I'm telling you right now, the indices and the hands, the hour and the minute, are very clear to read. There looks to be I can't tell if there might be a touch of loom on the tip of the second hand, and then the bezel insert is a very, very light. Like, I don't think they put a ton of loom into the bezel insert. But the rest of it looks pretty good. Granted, I did cheat a little bit and blasted it with the UV light. So here's the case, or the box that it comes into. You have a little drawer up top, and then the documents are down there. Let me pop it on wrist real quick for you so you can get a glimpse of what it looks like on a 7/4. I didn't size this. The screws for the bracelet are a little bit smaller. I would recommend using, if you don't already have one, I would try to get one of these Waya 1.2 by 40. They're made in Germany. I've had very good luck with these. I may have broken one, I can't remember, but I've used them a lot, guys. So there it is on my 7/4. Feels amazing, looks amazing, wears great. I love H-links and mesh bracelets. Plus that first link articulates, so it's going to lay flat on the back. So if you have a little bit smaller wrist, it's going to drape right away. You know what I mean? So, man, no disappointments with Nodus, that's for sure, guys. They got a good thing going, for sure. So big thanks to Scott for sending this over. I appreciate it. I'm going to get this out to you right away. I'll see you guys in the next vid.